176, 4, 176, 16, 9. So I need more 500. Only 9. Do you remember the end of the numbers? Maybe this?
No.
No. Okay, my production is matching. So as you can see, automatically the distribution in percentage is done, and the system is calculating my limit for good and excellent according with my production in this period. Of course, this should be extracted by your system, okay? Only you can know your type of production and do this kind of distribution. But I think that like this it is easy to understand that it is hard because here we are distributing everything, but here we are considering the full amount in terms of delivered articles, including wet and dry, and here the full amount in delivered articles, but just for the wet process. That's why this 20 is different. I miss 10, I believe. But anyway, I think that you have understood the example with very theoretical numbers, but just to show you how to feel. Don't forget that this is also explained on the Blue In Academy. Okay, because the main doubt will come when you are feeling and when you are providing the data. And additional to that, please use our hotline available, okay, in case of doubt. They can support you on how to feel, on the evidence missing, okay, and guide you in order to prepare everything for the validation period. I don't know if there are more questions, because in the meantime
I will check now the recent messages. I'm not sure if it has been covered, but please describe about kilogram of wet and dry process for energy consumption and CO2 emissions calculation, not based on ship production. Double counted same articles.
Okay, in this case is not to consider, but imagine that instead of use the delivered articles, I'm considering all the wet process, and I'm having a percentage of reprocessing about, I don't know, 15%. Instead of you give us this amount that I gave, let me add 15%, you would be giving us a total amount of production of, no, this is too small, plus 17, I forgot the number, 6906. Instead of that, you would be giving us this total, 200. 441, 442 more or less. As you are reprocessing, it's not fair to say that this is total amount, because when we are speaking about liters per kilogram, we are speaking, or Inditex is speaking about the number of liters needed to produce 1 kilogram of fabric. If you are reprocessing the fabric is the same. If you are reprocessing, it's because internally something failed and you need to go again. So if you consider more than once the same fabric, of course you would be obtaining better consumptions, but it is not what Inditex wants to evaluate. They need to evaluate for 1 kilogram. How many liters do you need? So you need to focus in the 1 kilogram of fabric needs, I don't know, maybe 56, maybe more, but you cannot use more quantity of production because you are reprocessing more than once to go down with this, but it is not fair because the same fabric have used more or less 3 times of 2 or 3 times of the water needed. This is the point, and that's why we are asking to use, we Inditex, okay, is asking to use based on the delivery articles. This is here written because of that, because to avoid to reuse again. I hope that this is clear.
Okay. One more question about the SharePoint and Bluewin Academy. We have sent one email address for SharePoint account, but we didn't get any reply. So in case you have not received any email to enroll you to Bluewin Academy or to grant access to SharePoint, please immediately send an email to the generic email as back office is following. They are checking on daily basis your responses, but in case some point is missed, please let us know, okay? And we will check the accesses. One more. From when the day 1 will be started? After getting SharePoint ID. So, day 1 is already started on Monday. Day 1 is the day that you have received the initial email with the water and energy template. So it was 20th of June, okay? And day 10, data reception deadline, is 1st of July. So you will have that time of period to provide all the information. I think in the chat maybe, will we receive any certificate regarding this session? No, there is not going to be a certificate, but we are going to share your participants with Inditex per each meal and people, but there is not going to be a certificate. Any more questions? Okay. So I can maybe assume that the questions are over, but please note that we are always here to reply anytime if you remember something else. So the very first thing is please reply to our back office, provide your email addresses. And the second, please join the Bluewin Academy training. And if you have questions, reach out to us. I think one more question. Thank you. I think someone liked really the presentation. We learned a lot. Okay, you're welcome. Okay then, Vanessa, I think that's it from our side. We are also going to make sure that you have this, probably you have received this presentation already, but I will check with my back office, and if not, we will share the PDF version with you. Okay? Thank you, everyone.
Thank you to all. Thank you for participating. Don't forget, we are available